What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. We are still at ICAST. Somehow, 48 videos later, today we are doing the rods and reels in the new product showcase for 2023. I'm really excited about this. A lot of cool new drops. We got things like from Shimano. We got the new Stratic we're gonna look at. Z-Man has a rod, the iReel from Cast King. There's all sorts of crazy stuff here. So we're gonna give you guys a rundown. We're gonna give you kind of a thumbs up, thumbs down.
We're gonna give you our general impressions of these rods and reels. We're not able to fish them. We fished a couple of them on the water, but this is just general impressions based on price and the stat sheet. None of this means anything. First impressions, that's what we got for you.
This whole show is first impressions because you can't fish most of it. We did get an on-water day, so the best we can give you is like the kayak impressions because we got to try them out. Everything else we haven't put on the water, so just take this at face value.
We do have a special at the end though. We have a special at the end. So we did see a couple of drops from somebody yet to be named that we really wanted to go in deep on, and you'll see those at the end, so stay tuned for that.
So we'll start off with this. This is the new Mock Jacked series. This is a combo. You guys are probably familiar with the Mock series. You got the Crush, all of those, which we've used before and I'm okay on. Here's the thing. This thing is $259. It's gonna be a smooth reel, as always. I have a problem right now. I do not like what Lose Mock has done with these, this squishy, rubbery kind of feeling rod and reel. Has the same on the knobs of the reel.
The grips. So
I can't do that.
They used to use Win for a lot of the Mock series.
And I didn't like that much either, but this is worse.
We thought this was going to be a woven material. It looks like a woven material.
It looks woven, it's not. It's like rubber.
It's like a soft rubber.
It feels like a tire.
It's very grippy, but it's also very soft. For me, that's a no.
I get the idea.
150?
I don't like it. This is $260.
Oh, that's right. This is $260. The rod itself was $150. If you wanted to buy it on that model on its own, $260 is not a bad value. So I think for a lot of people, if you like this type of thing, this could be a win. For us, it's a no.
I just can't get past this grip. I'm out. The Jacked has a spinning combo as well for $250. I'm a no on that too. The other thing that I'm like, man, these guys, they do nothing if not drop the coolest looking reel every single year at ICAST, I swear. Look at the clear section here. That's insane. So this is a proficiency. They call it the Crazy 3. This combo is $150.
But look at the wrap.
It's super lightweight. It's pretty comfortable. I like the cork handle is a little bit squishy, but it's not bad. And then you get that crazy color with this. So really good looking reel, really good looking combo. You can't miss on that. And look at even there, dude.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
My biggest issues are gonna be that this is that squishy cork. I do not like that. Sounds weird, I know, but yeah, anytime you get that squish to it, I'm not a fan of that. I don't know.
$150 for the combo. So that's the thing.
That's not bad price-wise for a combo. You are all-in bait caster. You're good to go. Am I wrong?
I think for a lot of people, this fits the mark for them. They want something that looks cool, that's exciting for them to fish with, and is not garbage. And
you're going to be the talk of the water. I'll tell you that.
I think that's the thing. If you like a good-looking combo, this is the one for you. And you like a value, because I do think they're a value.
I kind of would like to see more of these on the market, the clear section. That is so cool. You can see the blink. All right, so that's it for the combos. Let's go to the rods and check some of these out. What do you have?
So this is the Cast King Assegai. Now, Assegai is supposed to be like your weapon on the water. It's supposed to be like a spear, so I get that. Let's talk about what you're actually getting. So for $150, $150 is like the new $100. You used to be able to get a decent rod for $100. Now it's like $150.
Coolest naming convention in the game.
Pretty dope.
Blade Runner.
We have to talk about this. Something that's new for Cast King is they're putting everything horizontally here in between some line wraps. This makes it so much easier to identify. A lot of people are like, ooh, I have the color thing. We like some of the color stuff, but then you have to do some memorization. I don't necessarily love that. The color's easy to find quickly. This, I think, is actually more effective. Now, the Assegai is on an IM9 blank, which is a higher end carbon. It's got a really good looking reel seat. I really like this one, super comfortable, similar to some of the Akuma stuff that we use. I think for casting for $150, that's a dub. And by dub, I mean win.
Can you hold this $800 rod real quick? Careful, careful. Careful. Dude, what are you doing with that $800?
Spaceship. So this is the Shimano Poison Ultra. This is the sleekest looking rod I've ever held, and also the most expensive. The idea here is that this is their high power X technology. You're getting that blank twist resistance, which is what we actually see with the woven fibers from Akuma. A lot of times you get the highest of the high end. Holding this in hand, it's hard to explain. This is very spaceship feeling. It's super, super rigid. You're gonna get a ton of sensitivity. It's obviously beautiful with super high end materials. That's a no for me at $900. I don't think I would ever pay that much for a rod, but this is unbelievably light and unbelievably sensitive feeling, and it looks BA.
Oh my God. I should not have this.
All right, so this is what we're gonna show you at the end.
What?
Special for the end. We're going to show you this one in a little bit. Just a quick teaser right there.
And maybe also this, and maybe also
a really skinny
this.
rod. So a lot of people have been asking us about this, and really punch fishing has really built this up for me, something I had to see. This is the Tatula Elite. This is their finesse drop shot rod. One thing I want to point out to you guys, this is one of the best looking grips I've seen in a long time.
Wow.
I love this thing. I know it's foam, but it looks beautiful. Now the price tag's going to scare some people. Where are you? 300 bucks.
It's not the most insane though.
It's not the most insane, and really, I know a lot of people who have used like this AGS is something people are really excited about, and this specific action. This is a really more on the stiff side. I'm really excited. I really want to try one, super bad.
Ooh, oh, have you ever seen that before?
So we've got carbon guides. I don't know if that's
What?
something that you guys are used to seeing on rods. I am not.
I've never seen that in my life.
So I really like a lot of the Daiwa products. Obviously, from a reel perspective, made a beautiful reel. This is a pretty cool release for 300 bucks though. Yo.
What if I want to throw really, really big baits instead of finesse? What do you think?
Then you'd want to go with this Cashin model. So it's 250 bucks. The Cashin Icon series has been really good to us. I like the woven fibers. I know Jeff doesn't. You get a made in the USA.
I'm okay with it. I'm not the biggest fan.
Made in the USA for a high quality, well-rolled carbon is a big win for me. I still do not like these at all, but overall, this is really cool. And honestly, for made in the USA rod, I think you're getting a value.
We told Cashin about that. We were like, hey, can you please change the reel seat cap?
They said totally fair.
They said, get out of our booth.
No, they're really...
They said, sir, this is a Wendy's.
You want to do the custom line? I know you're passionate
What's the weight? Up to 3, dude, this is also a half ounce up to 3 ounces. That's like a perfect swim bait weight, like range. That's a good range for us though.
But now
that's like what we're doing.
One you're not that excited about.
Okay. This one surprised me. Again, we looked at the mock jacked combo. This has the same exact setup right here. It's this, I actually want it to be woven. I'm not even that big of a fan of woven, but this like rubbery, I get it. It's gonna be super grippy. Maybe the grippiest possible handle that you can have.
And some people are gonna like it.
And some people are gonna like it, so don't get me wrong, like this is just my personal opinion, preference. It feels weird, kind of gross to me, and I haven't put this in the water, so I don't know what it feels like once it actually gets wet, which it will, because we're fishing, right? Other than that, like this reel seat's really nice. The rod's really nice. Custom lights, I do have an older Speed Stick Custom, which is super nice. Loose rods are great. It's really light.
150?
This price point is 150 bucks just for the rod.
I gotta say, for 1150 bucks, if you're okay with this grip, it's a really nice alternative.
It's called a Win Ultra. That's what it is.
So it is a Win grip.
Yeah.
So
but it's like a newer. I just can't get behind it.
But here's the thing. For 150 bucks, that's the new 100 bucks.
Yep.
You compare that to the Cast King. I think you're getting a really nice alternative. It's super light, tested blank. It's kind of a dub. I know for Jeff it's an L, but it's kind of a win.
Yep. All right.
That's another one that Jeff and I are really passionate about, and one that a lot of people had questions about. So this is the
Z-Man rod. So Z-Man's first rod. It is a well, they call it Drew's Ultimate Ned Rig Rod. So Drew Reese, Ned Keaty. This is borrowing from the guys who originated the Ned, and like these are the Ned masters. We're the Ned nerds. They're the Ned masters.
So what makes this crazy?
This is insane because it's the first rod I've seen, like conventional rod that I've seen with no real seat. So you're gonna rig it up like an ice fishing rod. You guys have seen us do this before. You use electrical tape, you can use bands, which I'd prefer with something this fancy and expensive.
How long is this rod?
This is 5'10". It is considered a medium light. It feels way lighter than that, like super whippy.
But this is designed for the Ned rig. So this is designed to be either swam, slack lined, or tight lined. And this, again, from the guys who invented it. Now this is kind of a do one thing really well rod.
Yeah,
and it's very
hyper specific.
And it's very stripped down. So you would, in my opinion, you would think this would be like 90 bucks. That's what I thought the retail would be.
It's $180.
I think that's really tough. That's a tough sell.
That's what puts it somewhere in the middle for me. I think it's really cool. It's definitely something that as a Ned Rig connoisseur, I would want to have. It's going to be a tough buy. It's going to be a tough buy.
So that is it for the rods. We're going to hit up the reels now real quick. Okay.
Real time. I'm really excited about this.
Really in my face.
Get out of my face. First up, we got the Akuma ISX. You guys have seen us do a breakdown on all of our channels on this thing. And if you haven't before, it is a really smooth reel that is building on the Inspira series, which was one of my favorite first reels, spinning reels that I got from Akuma. Still holds a special place in my heart. It was on my first ultralight setup. They are great reels. This is is a major upgrade on that.
$100 and you're getting an aluminum framed reel with a whole bunch of innovation. I got to be honest,
It's
this might be
insane.
the best value. This could compete
Over the Seimar.
This could compete value-wise for the Seimar. If having an aluminum framed reel is really important to you, this definitely competes with the Seimar. I think $100, you can't beat that.
Yep. Now this reel, is that a Geiger counter? What are the it's a suitcase, Newt.
I don't have any opinions about this.
Yep.
So here's the Seviin freshwater reel. This is really important. It's $190. Okay, here's the thing. To me, with the 7 series from St. Croix, it's a St. Croix release. First foray into both a bait caster and a spin caster. To me, for $190, you get basically no innovation. And that's the thing, like it looks pretty good. I'm sure it will fish well, but this is a thumbs down for me too, and also Jeff. The show is all about innovation. It's not about just releasing new products. In my opinion, I see no innovation and you're paying a premium. I'm sorry, but I'm out. Now, I've never fished it, so if I get my hands on one, maybe I'll change my mind, but for now, I'm out. So here's one we haven't gotten a chance to try out yet, but this is the Daiwa Tatula 100, a very, very popular reel with a lot of innovation built into it. It's a re-release, so it's redesigned with higher-end components. You can see you get the redesigned reel frame, which is really the basis for the whole thing. Now, at $179, that's still gonna be one of your best value reels under $200 ever. It's unreal. That's a win for me.
All right, so then up here we got a couple other spinning models that we can take a look at. The Abu Garcia Xenon. This is like your bougie, your Bugatti of spinning reels. That is $299. I'm gonna be honest, I'm never spending that much on a spinning reel ever in my entire life.
Carbon drag system, aluminum body. It's got this really high-end carbon handle.
So crazy. I bet it weighs absolutely nothing.
I don't think you get $300 out of it.
I don't think so. It's super fancy. It's great if you have like really, really nice setups for spinning gear and like you're all into spinning, maybe, but it's just not for me. No, not for me, bro. Then we got a follow-up to the crazy combo that we saw. So this is the crazy spinning setup, the Crazy 3 from Proficiency. Again, really cool looking. They got like this neat little innovative, you can see sort of that rubber in there, that circular setup. So that should be nice and grippy on your line. You shouldn't have as much line slip or twist. It's pretty neat.
For $100, I'm out.
For $100, I'm definitely out though. Like it's just really cool looking mostly.
How about the Hyper Mag?
Speaking of cool looking and also kind of expensive, $349. We got the Hyper Mag. It is only 5.2 ounces for a bait caster.
And that's from the magnesium frame, but we see that in a lot of the reels that we
There are a lot more of that. There's a lot more reels coming out that are happening at that lighter weight. Still really neat. It's loose. It's going to be great. You're not going to be mad. Baits fishing. We've heard a lot about this thing. It looks insane. So this is like a one-piece CNC'd full system other than like your exterior knobs and all that stuff. But really cool idea. At $375, again, I'm having a tough time pulling the trigger on that.
14 pounds of drag and 5 ounces, so not the super light, but it is a lower profile than I thought it was. I will say that.
It's very nice looking.
The grips look amazing. It is a gorgeous looking reel. If someone gave it to me, I would 100% use it, but no one's given me one, so I'm not going to be getting one.
We do have the Cast King iReel in here. We did a whole different video on this, so go check that out.
$350 for the highest end model.
The IFC is pretty neat, so it's a whole different type of like chip braking system. This is a very smart reel. That's a very intelligent
This is the one we got
piece
to
of
fish.
fishing equipment.
It worked really well. The app works seamlessly. Do we need it? Maybe not today, but I think in the future, you're talking about the first step in a long line of innovation.
It's an innovation that needs to happen. I'm here for it. Love it. Love to see it.
This one I think is going to be a little bit controversial from a rod and reel perspective. So you've got the redesigned Trigon lineup from St. Croix. $175. It's certainly a value, especially it's the Mojo Bass, so you know they're bringing the quality. Jeff, what were your thoughts on the grip? We have the
lightsaber,
the spinning and the casting. It certainly looks cool, and they really went for it. But what do you think of it overall?
I mean, I think it's solid. I think it is really comfortable. Personally, I like it. I think it's like a really grippy type of cork. It's got like this like flattened V tapered type feel to it. That's why they call it the Trigon. So it's really ergonomic, super comfortable. Getting $175. I don't know if it's a rod that I'm going to buy though. I don't know. I love the Mojo series. I think it's great. Typically comes with a great value. It's just not one that I guess I'm looking for. It did. I mean, it got an award. It was pretty neat.
I'm not that pumped. I really like the feel of the casting series. I didn't love the spinning one. Just holding it in hand, it wasn't what I wanted.
Casting,
it was a little far forward.
Casting was a win. Spinning for us, a no-go.
Fair enough.
But there you go. All right, next. Okay.
This to me was probably the thing other than the eye rails, probably the thing I was most excited to get in hand. So this is the Shimano Stratic FM, the redesign. This one's at $219, so it's cheaper than the Vanford, but they have that you get the Hagane body as well.
Very lightweight, very durable. You know, it's going to be an amazing reel.
So you get the infinity drive in here, so decreased cranky power under load, so basically you're getting the most efficient reel that you can get. This is, a lot of people told us the original Stratic, if they were going to go pay $200, this is the one that they would get if they were going to pay up. So you get the redesign, you get a lot of the high-end features of their Vanford series in this model for $220. I think this is a big win.
That's a big win for sure. Oh, kids tackle. Look at this little bait caster. Look at that. This is another one I think a lot of people are going to be looking at, man. $229. Now, I'll be honest, this versus that mock, just at first glance, one, we know how I feel about that new wind grip that Luz is using. I'm not a big fan. This foam, I'd probably be more privy to grab something like this. I have had a Zada bait caster in the past. This is a redesign of that, a little upgrade. It is very comfortable, very low profile. It's a nice freaking reel. At $229 for this combo, I think that this is a huge value. To me, that'd be a big win. I'd be all over this as a combo. It's not the most heavy duty in the world, but I think it gets you into a lot of fishing applications. And again, $229, this is a great combo price point, I think.
So smash.
Wrong video.
I know.
But yes, my gall, you guys. American Tackle Company has done it again. Look at this thing. This is absolutely insane.
So if you guys are unfamiliar with them, oh my God, the weight is unreal. This doesn't have any weight.
This is a one-piece carbon handle. You got your little locking nut there for the reel seat. This weighs absolutely nothing.
3K carbon.
Yeah, so shout outs to American Tackle Company. Our buddy Don Morris, Autism Anglers, is over there. They got an award. This is amazing.
They're designing custom componentry for use in production models. So Casking, that ultralight rod we showed you in another video, and we featured in 2 other videos, that rod uses some of their componentry. They do an amazing job making these custom products. This is no exception. This is the most gorgeous thing I've seen, and there is zero weight to this carbon reel seats. Unreal.
So we're going to be seeing that on some rods. You're already seeing American Tackle Company on a lot of different companies' rods. Amazing stuff. Shout outs to them.
All right, you guys, we have a very special showcase we want to do. We talked about some other rods and reels that are here, but we wanted to do a more in-depth look at what TFO has this year. So you've seen us fish a couple of those rods on our channel when we're doing some of our testing, and we saw that some of those rod and reel combo, or those rod combos, have been updated for this year with new launches. So we got Ross here to walk us through what Temple Fork has this year, and really this is going to be bass-centric, and that's why we're super excited.
How we doing, everybody? What we've got here is the new Option Bass series. Okay, so what we've got is we've got 10 total rods. We've got 7 casting rods and 3 spinning rods. They are geared towards kind of that entry-level club guide. Lots of different options, tons of versatilities. They're all fast action. They have C guides on them. They have high-end EVA grip handles. And one of the cool things we did, and we've done it in many of our series, and it's a traditional thing we do, and we do a color coding system. And I know you guys have talked about that in the past, but it's a really handy process for somebody when you're going into your rod locker box, or maybe you're looking at your kayak and you turn your head around. You can look for the different colors, and each one of those colors are associated with an action. So medium light, medium heavy, and heavy. That gives you tons of options and an understanding of being able to quickly look at your rods and know exactly which rod you're going to grab.
They've also got my favorite type of hook keeper. Short and stocky. I love those.
The fun part about hook keepers is
you can't be right.
You can't be right. Literally, we could put 10 hook keepers on a rod, and somebody would come in the booth and go, "You should have put one on the tip of the rod," and we would go, "Okay, we're sorry. We'll do that. We'll make 11 next time."
Why is there one on my wrist?
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
So we absolutely we have a lot of fun with that as an an internal joke about hook keepers.
So what's the price point going to be for this series?
The price point on this is going to be $149 retail. If you're seeing this video in 5 years, hey, I don't know, but but it's $149 is where it's at. Like I said, all fast actions. They range from 6'10" up to 7'6" on the casting rods, and then our spinning rods are 2 7-footers, a medium light and a medium, and then a medium light 7'3", super versatile. The real idea here is just what you guys talk about on your channel all the time, versatility for rod actions. Gets lots of different baits on the same rod. You don't need 400 rods to be able to have a great day on the water.
Now we have another one though. This one is the juice.
Okay, so this one is our new Taction series. And so everybody understands Taction means touch and feel.
Got it.
So that's kind of where that word came from, because people are asking like, what's Taction? It's touch and feel. This particular series is 14 rods. We have a number of different rods and actions in this line that are a little bit more tournament driven or more technique specific, if you guys want to look at it that way, different things like that. I'm going to touch on a couple of things with Taction. One, high-end sea guides, and then the same reel seat that we have on our Resolve bass.
Fancy.
Yeah, without the soft touch. There's just a difference in the material, and then we kept our color coding system the same as we did with Option. That's super popular.
You guys got to look at these guys. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go grab the other one and show them back to back. This is one of the most heavy-duty, aggressive-looking guide setups that I've seen in a long time. Look at these guys back to back, like unreal. So heavy-duty, so aggressive.
Okay, I want to touch on a couple of specific rods that are really fun and unique with this rod series. One of them is the 744. So that, in our nomenclature, that's a 7-foot 4-inch rod. The last 4 stands for medium, but setting that aside, this is a mod fast 7.4. What I love about this rod is it opens up a ton of versatility for anglers. The original design from a tournament perspective was our pros were asking for a Kitech underspin type of rod. Yeah. What we have found in our testing is we got guys up in Michigan that are ripping tubes with it. Yeah. Ben Nowak is ripping tubes with it. I'm primarily using it as an underspin. I know that I'm going to use my bigger spy baits on it. Yep. Again, talking about versatility, just tons and tons of options with this rod.
And when he's talking about versatility, you talked about an underspin. That's a single hook moving bait. Then you talk about a spy bait. That's a finesse. A lot of times slackline, treble hook bait. Those are like on two totally opposite ends of the spectrum, but you've got a rod that has the backbone to handle the big fish, but enough sensitivity and softness to where you can actually manage a fish on a treble hook. And this is something that Jeff and I have actually talked about, is when it comes to versatility, having a medium or some mod fast actions actually opens up like a whole new world of versatility in the kayak, because you can actually get rid of your medium heavy fast entirely, and with the same rod do 3 or 4 different things just with that medium or that mod action.
Absolutely.
And what's the price tag on
$199 is our price tag on those. So
I can't speak to how much of a value that is, and one of the things that we really liked about the Temple Fork offering, not only is the price tag from a value perspective, but even here at $200, it's still a high value. But what we get really juiced about is we're talking about like really technical things. We're talking about a group of people who, what I think they bring to the table is this really, not hyper-specific, but hyper-intentional set of actions. I love that, and I love what we've got within this series here. And then there's one that Jeff and I are both juiced about that probably nobody else cares about.
I'll tell you what, this is something everybody should care about this one, and the reason why is the vast majority of anglers on the planet are pan fishermen or small fish type of fishermen. And that, I talk about it all the time. That's accessible, and you guys talk about it constantly in your channel. It's accessible everywhere. I don't care where you live in the United States, if you draw a circle around it, you've got a creek, you've got a pond, you've got a small lake, you've got access to water with panfish or small fish. Maybe you're out west and it's trout, maybe you're in the Midwest and it's panfish. Yep. It doesn't make any difference what the small species is, it's there and it's accessible. What we've done here is—
I gotta interrupt you. Or you have hyper pressure water and you just like catching big fish on light line.
That
like
too,
me.
Absolutely. This is the Trout Panfish 2. So what we did is we took our very successful Trout Panfish series, we gave it a good, fun facelift. We added some features to it. We added up-locking reel seats.
Love this.
Okay, and we added cork to the front of it. We redesigned our own handle on it. That was fun. We gave it a nice jazzy color.
The sage color looks so good.
So clean.
Yep. And then we also did polished rings on it. And this is a great example of talking to consumers. You do not need exceptionally high-end guides for light line and things like that. Yep. So what we did is we valued it back into the blank, and we gave the action they want and
the fish fighting power. That's where you're getting all the benefit.
Exactly. Versus putting very expensive guides on it, trying to charge way too much for it. It's about creating a tremendous amount of value for our consumers and always having them have the ability. I mean, we got our tagline over there, you know, fish the original, but more importantly, it's, hey, best damn rods for the money.
Yes.
And we are very proud of that in each category that we do. It's the best damn rod for the money.
Now tell me about the price tag for the Panfish 2.
$119.
That's right at that, like, you haven't hit the super premium, but you're sniffing every single category, best of the best. I love it at that retail. And I gotta tell you guys, before we go, they make a light. I did not know that this came in a light. A
6.6 and a 7-foot light.
7-foot light.
And I want to touch on, we also have an 8-foot light as well now. 8-foot light, 2-piece rod, which is great for the guys really trying to fire very small, you know, hair jigs, things like that. Panfish options.
Yep.
I know the guys out west do a ton of that.
Trout.
Because, yeah, ton of that on the trout side of things. And there's a 3-piecer in here as well. Pack rod that we did. It's been.
Can you let us do an adventure series where we just, that's all we take and we get one reel?
Absolutely.
And we get the 3-piece,
Absolutely.
and we hit the
I'm
river?
totally up for it. Ultralight.
We're gonna test
pack
out.
trip.
We're gonna
Yes.
test out our crop top idea, where we just make crop tops for wet wading, but the hood's still on the shirt.
Yes. I don't know if I want to be a part of the crop top idea,
We
but
promise Maggie Joe outdoors.
but I will be a part of the challenge on the 3-piece
I
pack
love it.
rod. But the crop top, I'm gonna keep my distance
That's
just
fine.
a touch.
No, you'll be in the
Okay.
water. It's
There you
who
go.
can
Fair
catch the smallest smallmouth?
Oh boy,
I would do. Let's go, Dig City. Thank you for the time.
You bet.
Thanks for dropping some.
No, I want to touch on one thing. The
Yes.
bass rods should be in stores in early October.
Okay.
The panfish rods will start arriving to their stores anytime. We got those in. They should start coming to their stores. And then we also, hey, there's an opportunity on the trout panfish series that we have now.
Yep.
Those are on closeout for a lot of our dealers because we offered them up to our dealers.
Yeah.
We had some stock left, so take a look around. It doesn't have the fancy new sage color. It doesn't have all that kind of stuff, but it's a great rod, and it's possibly on closeout right now at your local dealer. So check that out.
That's the
But
one we've
these
been
are available
fishing.
right away.
That's the one we've been fishing. It is a solid stick. That's what TFO has for you this year. We want to do a showcase on this because we really felt like there was some solid value and some really cool things going on, and we had to show some love for the ultralight. We are 100% going to get these on the water. You're not going to be able to keep me away from this one.
Right.
I mean, that's just there's no argument.
We're game.
You're going to lose that argument.
Okay.
But Ross, thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate it very much, guys.
All right, you guys, that's a lot of rods and reels and combos and stuff. I would say lots of pretty neat things coming out, lots of bougie stuff that we're definitely not gonna buy, but lots of innovation, right? Like, so that's really what this is about. If you guys have never been to ICAST before, what they do is a lot of innovative products start dropping, and I look forward to it every single year. So regardless of us wanting to get it, I'm sure there's somebody out there where it's a perfect fit. You're looking at this, you're going like, this is my favorite. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought of the products that we took a look at today. Hopefully you enjoyed, especially like the TFO drops that we are most excited about.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff coming out this year, and we'll get our hands on as much of this stuff as we possibly can to go test it on the water, put it through the works, and there's more ICAST stuff coming out, so stay tuned to the channel. Be sure to be subscribed, and we'll catch you guys on those videos. Bye.
Not on the water, though.
I almost said on the water.